Committed to a highly efficient and capable readers, General Rojas District continuously soars high to provide quality education to our learners through reading advocacies, best practices, reading programs, reading interventions, and providing trainings to capacitate teachers. All these is to ensure that no reader will be left behind.
The General Rojas District is located in the 3rd Congressional District under the supreme leadership of the Public Schools District Supervisor, Mr. Pelagio A. Rupanya Jr. It is composed of 21 schools that are mostly located in the highland areas. The learners are mostly linked to the indigenous people groups, namely Ava Manovo, Matigsalog, and Bagobo Klata. With the diversity of learners present, the multidimensional reading instructions must be given based on the context of the learners. Literacy is the ability to read and write on a basic level. Therefore, the achievement of a learner in school is definitely related to his literacy level. Last September 2022, GST and PRETA's reading assessment using PhilErie both Filipino and English was conducted. The reading performance of learners in English shows that there are 242 learners passed the GST pretest, while 1,956 will continue the assessment. The result implies that 89% of the General Rojas District learners will undergo Stage 2. On the other hand, in Filipino, the data shows that only 727 learners have passed the group screening tests and 2,272 will go through the Stage 2. It implies that 76% of the General Rojas District learners will undergo Stage 2.
The pretest result in English shows that the bulk of the population belongs to frustration level, with a total number of 1,134 learners or 58%. Meanwhile, 20 learners or 1% is non-reader. Further, 567 learners or 29% belongs to instructional level and 235 learners or 12% is independent level. This result tells that more than half of the Stage 2 takers belong to frustration level. For the reading performance of learners in Filipino, the data shows that 1,136 learners or 50% of the grades 3 to 6 belongs to frustration level, and only 42 learners or 2% of them is classified as non-reader. Instructional level is the second in rank with 727 learners or 32%, while only 393 learners or 16% is categorized as independent level. The results indicate that half of the Stage 2 takers belong to frustration level. With this, the reading performance of the district is way far from the division target. Despite the challenges presented, General Rojas District is ready and committed to address the gaps identified.
With its continuing initiative to gauge the present status of learners, the district is able to identify the different reading defects to all learners from grades 3 to 6 in both Filipino and English. To mention some, difficulty in decoding syllables or single words and associating them with specific sounds, slow reading speed, poor comprehension when reading the material, either aloud or silently, and others.
Education delivery is a whole of community approach. Everyone is entrusted with a mission to ensure that every child is a reader. The district decided to have stakeholders' capacity development to teachers and parents as the strategic and practical partners in advancing DepEd Sulong Edukalidad to improve the quality of education and learning outcomes. With the collated needs of teachers and parents, a 3-day training on developing techniques in reading and designing and crafting of teachers-made materials parallel to the needs of learners. The launching of Project CARE in the district and to the 21 schools capacitating parents to be effective reading facilitators and encouraging them to advocate storytelling at home. The world is now in the knowledge age where the challenge of education is to prepare learners to deal with the challenges of the challenging world. So, General Rojas District aims to help learners acquire highly developed literacy skills.
Each teacher has conducted reading interventions to boost reading skills in areas of decoding, comprehension, and fluency for struggling readers. Drop everything and read or DEAR, English and Filipino. Teachers initiate DEAR on their respective classes at least twice a week.
This is our at. Okay, let me see if you can form a word there. At. What word can we form?
Bakit kaya madalas na nag-aaway sila? Dustin?
Madalas sila nag-aaway dahil magkaiba ang ugali nila.
Tama! Ngayon, ano ang kaibahan ng kanilang ugali?
The reading materials used during the remediation activities are crafted based on the reading defects of learners as manifested during pre-test stage assessment and installed in a Google Drive and reproduced by teachers and placed in the respective reading corners with color-coded mark on it for easy identification of needs.
As a school head of General Rojas Central Elementary School, I consistently conducted classroom monitoring to give technical assistance to teachers on how to enhance their pedagogical skills, particularly in teaching reading.
The Reading Development Program unit of the Division of Davao City has implemented the 8-week reading remediation program to give remediation to non-readers and frustration-level readers.
In response to the needs of time, the General Rojas District has crafted and implemented the contextualized 8-week reading remediation program to learners under non-readers and frustration-level readers. A total of 42 reached learners identified non-readers and 1,193 frustration-level readers in both English and Filipino. From grades 3 to 6, school children of the 21 schools in the district underwent the remediation program and assessment on January 13, 2023, after 40 days of reading remediation and intervention. The performance of the focused learners last January 13, 2023 assessment as follows. The reading performance of learners in English shows that there is a decrease of 590 from 1,134 to 544 learners in frustration level and 17 learners from 20 to 3 in non-reader level. For the reading performance of learners in Filipino, the data shows that in frustration level, there is a decrease of 559 from 1,136 to 577 and 33 learners from 45 to 12 in non-reader level.
Based on the consolidated reading difficulties of learners submitted per school, these readers need to acquire skills on phonics, blending, word recognition, vocabulary, fluency, and comprehension skills. Despite our efforts, reading gaps still persist. The result reveals that we are far behind the division target. 40 days are not enough. It has been reduced because of Christmas break.
The General Rojas District will assure that for the 2 remaining quarters, there will be no non-readers and frustration-level readers among our learners, with the following actions in mind. Teachers are doing their best. Proper implementation of existing reading program. Continue the best reading practices. Teachers working with these learners balance the various components of reading including phonemic awareness, phonics, fluency, vocabulary, and comprehension in their everyday teaching. They integrate the components while fostering love of books, words, and stories. General Rojas District has identified the reading defects and provided the appropriate reading meds. Crafting of reading intervention plan to eradicate the learner's difficulty in each reading level. monitoring of implementation of the Reading Intervention Program, monthly reading recital, intensify the reading practices and programs, tracking of learners' progress and reward and recognition to high-performing schools in reading through the district validators.
As the district guidance coordinator, I have given the authority to validate the result of the 8-week reading remediation program and the assessment result. I have visited the 21 schools in General Rojas District, monitoring and evaluating the results submitted to establish check and balance.
Pledge of commitment.
We, the school administrators and prime movers of the reading advocacy
of General Rojas District,
take the pledge to commit ourselves with utmost sincerity to support the Department of Education and the Davao City Division's goal to attain its objectives to raise awareness
among learners
with the help of teachers and parents.
Serve as models in the innovation among other schools in the division. Facilitate, coach, and guide the teachers to maximize the purpose of reading to learners. Collaborate, innovate, and connect with the community. Advocate for the use of appropriate reading beds to every reading effect, to eradicate reading difficulties among learners, and successfully attain zero non-reader and frustrations.
hindrances aroused during the implementation, but we continuously keep our passion burning and further pledge to share our expertise and to inspire and believe in ourselves to be able to make a difference.
As we are the heaven of glittering gems,
we shall continue to pursue our leadership and ingenuity to accomplish our goals to zero non-readers and frustration-level readers. For a reader today will become a leader tomorrow.
Goal-oriented, excellent, nurturing, empowered, resilient, agile, liberating, and service-oriented. With these attributes, we, the Generals, will continue the mission, vision, and goals of the Department of Education and remain committed to provide quality and best education to all learners, ensuring that all learners are readers. Basta 11, kanunay abante!